you're available. So, okay, let's keep going. Move your social gauge to hire me. That's what you want to do is you want to move your social gauge when you're on in social media, whether you're blogging, LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, you have a social gauge. And what that means is people look at you based on what you post. In LinkedIn, if you start over on the left hand side, you're just looking. You know, you kind of build your LinkedIn profile, you open your account, but you're really not doing a whole lot. You're just kind of seeing what's out there. And then the next part of that is look at me. You want to get people's attention. You want them to look at you. And when we set up your profile the right way, what you're doing is you're saying, hire me. And the reason that I know that if you peg your social gauge to hire me, people will call you. I've had several people that have come to my presentations that said that they did exactly what I told them to do in my introductory marketing yourself with social media, and they were getting phone calls from companies asking them when they were available. That's the same thing that we want for you also. Okay, purpose and usage. This is of LinkedIn. The purpose and usage, or at least one of them, is so registered users can maintain a list of contact details of people with whom they have some type of relationship. So when you start with LinkedIn, what you want to do is you want to start connecting with people. Look at the people around you, the people that you connect with on a daily basis. What you want to do is you want to connect with those people on LinkedIn. Um, so then you have that information. Sometimes what I've done is if I've gone to a conference or I'm going to training, what I'll do is I'll look up the trainer before I go and I see what they look like and I get some background information about them. The other thing that you can do, and if you don't have a LinkedIn profile, you may have gotten an email from someone that says, "Hey, I would like to connect with you on LinkedIn." Well, with LinkedIn, users can invite anyone. If they're not if they're inviting someone who is not a user, then LinkedIn will send them an email. I mean, it's really cool how it works. The other thing is the more people you're connected to, the more people can see you. So let's say, for instance, you put in for a job at a particular company. That company, if especially if they see you come in through LinkedIn, they're going to go back to your LinkedIn profile. They're going to see what's on your LinkedIn profile. They may even look at your Facebook. They may look at your Twitter account. So when I'm teaching this, what I tell people is be careful what you have on your pages. Don't put anything out in social media that you wouldn't want your grandmother to see. So be careful with that. If you're putting out pictures, know what's in the background. At least while you're looking for a job, you may want to be a little bit conservative, but you're the one that has to decide that. So what you want to do is you want to connect with people. And let's get started. Here we go with the LinkedIn job search function. So what I'm going to do is I am going to bring up LinkedIn. And when you open to LinkedIn, this is what you see. This is my homepage. And on the left-hand side, there is my picture. This is what it looks like to everybody. And it says who I am and what I do. This is all in your profile. So as soon as we talk about the job function, I'm going to run back through some profile tips and best practices to set up your profile. But if you saw my first video or you were on my first webinar, you already know what those things are. But another thing that you want to look at is who's viewed your profile. That is extremely important. Who's viewed your profile? Because that will tell whether you're getting in front of people or not. That'll tell whether people are seeing you. And then if you make posts, which I suggest you do, LinkedIn will keep track of how many views there were on your post. This is another way of getting noticed. So not only are we going to look for jobs, and I'm going to show you how to do that, you can get an email that tells you about the jobs that are coming up, but you want to make sure that you're positioned correctly if or when the recruiters come and look at your personal profile. I would hate for you to lose the job before you even had a shot at it. So with views of your post, I can click on that and it can tell you my last post and that now there's 17 views on this post. And what this is this is 13 things you should give up if you want to be successful. But I had 17 views on that post, and I did a class, social media strategies. I had 44 views there. Getting started with email marketing webinar, I had 62. Special for Air Force Warriors and AFW2, that's what we're doing now. I had 82 views. So what I'm saying is when you post information, even if it's somebody else's and you share it, when people go and read that, they're going to see your picture and they're going to see your name and what you do. Again, position yourself before or position yourself as well as you can in LinkedIn while you're doing your job search. And over on the left hand side, you can see how many followers you have. I have 2,378. So and I'm going to go back to my home. So I'm going to click on home at the top, because the other thing I want to show you is who's viewed your profile. Let's click on that because you want to see if you are connecting with the right people. So what I can do is I can go and look at who's viewed my profile and see if I'm attracting the right people. If you do not have premium, because you notice down at the bottom, LinkedIn wants you to buy premium. If you don't have premium, you will only see the last 5 people that viewed your profile. If you decide to take premium, it's about $49 a month. It does give you a lot of depth into LinkedIn. If you are a military person or a retiring or a wounded warrior, LinkedIn will give you a free premium account for 1 year. So you get 1 year's worth of premium, which is normally $49.95, which saves you about $588 a year, something like that. So for the first year. So that's something else that you can take advantage of. Okay, so let's go back to home. Those are the people that looked at my profile. Those are the people that are looking at me. So take a look at that. So let's go back. Well, let's look at the right-hand side. This just caught my eye. LinkedIn has gone through a lot of changes lately because LinkedIn was just bought by another company. But profile views matter. It says getting more profile views can help you get found for the right opportunity. And then they give you some tips on what to do. Like I said, update your profile, connect with people to grow your network and get found, and then engage with your feed. And that is either like making a comment on something that someone has posted, or posting something, posting a story or something that interests you about your job or about the job that you're applying for, if it's like, especially if it's a different type genre. So let's go back to home. We've already seen that. So we've covered the left hand side. which is who's viewed your profile, views of your post. You can get to your profile. I think if you click on like my name or my picture, it's going to take me to my profile. But really, what we want to do is we want to get to jobs. So if you go to the very top where it says home, my network, just to the right of my network is jobs. What I have found is that if when you first start with LinkedIn, if you work from the left to the right, you will get everything set up right. Like when you first go to your home page, you want to make sure that your profile and everything is set up and that you're telling people what you want them to know. Like, let me see. I was going to say clear down at the bottom. They used to clear down at the bottom have the groups that you were a part of and some other information. So, and then go to your network, start building your network, and now let's go to jobs. So let's click on jobs because that's what we're all here for today. So I just showed you where the job function was located. And the first thing that we want to do is let's do a job search. Don't worry about, well, if if you look at the landscape and down toward the bottom it says jobs you may be interested in, LinkedIn connected me with those jobs based on what I wrote in my profile. When I set up my profile, LinkedIn went in and found the keywords and said, you know what? These are jobs that you may like. So what's happening is LinkedIn is going out and doing the work for me, and I haven't even done anything yet. All I did was open it up. So get on LinkedIn. If you already have your profile, go and look at the jobs area, see if there's something in the jobs area that you like right off the bat. And if you do, click on it. Go out and take a look at it. I'm looking for something that's appealing to me. Director, Research and Analytics, Manager, Paid Social Director, that's New York City. A lot of these are New York, Washington, D.C., um, Fresno, California. Let's click on that. So we click on that. We go to this area because I clicked on the social media manager because I thought I liked it. And if this is a job that you want, what I would do is save it. If you want to go ahead and apply, you can. If not, go ahead and save it. And then you down at the bottom left, you see it said you saved this job. So now later on, you can go back and apply for that job. But okay, I wanted the social media manager position. It's in Fresno, California. It's with Catalyst Marketing Company. Now, look on the right hand side. And what that area is what people also viewed. What did other people look at? What other kind of positions? And bam, right there could save you a lot of time because if you're looking at a position that you like, other people may be looking at positions that you like. So you can go down and look through the positions on the right. If you want to go to the United Arab Emirates, Greater Seattle area, Los Angeles, looks like they're kind of all over the board. Cleveland, San Francisco, Greater LA, Birmingham, Alabama, and all of those. So those are what people have also looked at. So LinkedIn is telling you what other people are looking at. So you've already saved it. Go back to jobs, and if there's any of these that you want to look at, just click on them and go to them. Also, if you notice underneath, it will say how long that job's been on the market. It went out 5 days ago. The senior social media manager went out 2 days ago. The social media editor for Girl Boss went out 2 weeks ago. So it kind of tells you how old those jobs are also. Okay, and if you notice underneath the job description, right now there are 51 applicants applying for that job. And If you have premium, LinkedIn will show you how you stack up against all the other applicants. So that's a pretty good function. So let's get back to jobs. And I haven't even done a search yet. I haven't even looked. And if you notice, now I have one saved job. That's the job that we just saved. So now what we want to do is I want a, let's say I want a project management job in Denver, Colorado. I'll tell you what, let's do a social media. Oh, let's do a project management job. Project management. And so that's what I want is a project management position. And there's project management officer, consultant, manager, project manager, director, project manager. So let's just go for a project manager management position. And right now, because I didn't put in a state over on the right hand side, it is looking everywhere in the United States for project manager jobs. And so if you don't mind where you want to go, there's 125,477 results. Is that crazy or what? And that's in the United States. But let's say I want to go to, let's say Phoenix, Arizona. Let me unplug that. Sorry about that. Phoenix, Arizona. So let's click on Phoenix, Arizona. And there are 1,448 results for project manager positions in Phoenix, Arizona. Is that crazy or what? It brought them all right to you. There's Chandler, Arizona. There's Scottsdale, Arizona. Okay, now what we've done is we did a search for project management positions in Phoenix, Arizona. So I want to go to Phoenix, Arizona. Well, I want to go to LA and I also want to go to Denver. I'm not quite sure yet. So what I can do is this was my job search, project management Phoenix, Arizona, and if you go down on the right-hand side, it says create search alert. And when I click on that create search alert, this is what pops up and says, okay, how would you like to know about the project management positions in Phoenix? Do you want a daily alert or do you want a weekly alert? I like daily alerts. Now, how do you want to get notified? Via email or mobile and desktop notification? I want it sent to me by email. You can do it both ways if you want. I select save. Now I have a saved search. And what LinkedIn will do is once a day, it will send me an email whenever there are new project manager positions being advertised on LinkedIn in Phoenix, Arizona. Is that cool or what? You get an email that comes directly to you. And I mean, it couldn't get any better than that. And to kind of show you what that looks like, I usually don't do this, but I'm going to bring up my email. This is just one of those things I usually stay away from. But these are my LinkedIn job alerts. Well, you can see the LinkedIn job alerts as you're looking down through there. And then I had done a class with someone who was an Arabic linguist. If I go down to the next one, it says, Mike, 304 new jobs for project manager. And what I had done was I set it up by zip code, which was Tampa, Florida. So there's 304 new jobs, and that was at 9:22 this morning. A Google alert, there's 6 jobs for an Arabic linguist. There's another job for an Arabic linguist. There's 88 new jobs for project manager in LA. one new job for an Arabic linguist. LA, looks like a lot of these are LA. And these are what I've set up in my classes, these job alerts that I have. So let's say there's 88 new job alerts for project manager in LA. I'm going to click on it, and there they are. Every one of those jobs are there. There's a project manager at OHM Systems, at Workbridge Associates, Related Reality or Related Realty, Carson Valley Medical Center, construction manager. So it gets emailed to you. It comes right to your inbox. I mean, could it be any easier than that with LinkedIn doing that for you? So that's what happens with your LinkedIn job alerts. And let's click on 304 new jobs in Tampa. And when I go down, let's say project manager in Largo, Florida, and I click on it, it takes me right to the LinkedIn position. It tells when it was posted, how many hours ago, how many views it's already had. It tells you the level, seniority level. They already have 36 applicants. And look on the right hand side. There are a whole bunch of other project manager positions that people have been looking at. There's Tampa St. Pete. There's Tampa, 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 Tampa. A whole lot of project manager positions in Tampa. And if you notice this one project manager position on the right, Cushman and Wakefield, it says that one of my alumni, somebody that I went to the University of Nebraska at Omaha with, actually works there. And the beauty of that is now I can click on that and it says, okay, one alumni works there. So, and look, it even shows the senior recruiter. If you want to work for Cushman and Wakefield, I would look up that senior recruiter on LinkedIn and connect with her. But we want to find out who this alumni is. Who is this alumni person? So I clicked on it, and it is Tom Coe. He's a training coordinator there. So he would be someone I may want to send an email to talk about that project manager position at Cushman and Wakefield. So the only thing I see is it says he was a training coordinator at DTZ, but that's the greater Omaha area, which is okay with me because that puts him even closer to where I am. So I can go and talk to him about Cushman Wakefield. Maybe he can do me an introduction, give me an introduction with Kristen Beck. So I hope you're kind of seeing how all of this works together and how you can go in one place that leads to another that could lead to another. And I'm at Cushman Wakefield over on the right hand side. People that looked at Cushman Wakefield also looked at these other project manager positions. Here's one, a GMO project manager. There's an alumni that works there, someone I went to school with. And shift assistant at Amazon in Tampa. One of my connections works here. So, what a great way, someone you're already connected with, go out there, find them, and send them a message and say, hey, Mike, um, I saw that you're working at this as a shift assistant for Amazon. Uh, and then ask them about the job, and maybe they can get you in the door. You can save that, and then you can apply on the company website or just click on it and go to the company website. But now I'm at Amazon. This guy's a shift assistant, or he works at Amazon. That's one of my connections. But look on the right hand side. People who looked at that job also looked at the other jobs down the right hand side. And one of them in Tampa, I have 16 alumni that work there. If I go down to the part-time administrative assistant at Nielsen, there's 4 alumni that work there. Test administrator at St. Petersburg, there's 8 alumni that work there. Boy, if I want to work there too, I'm going to try to connect with those people. So I think you kind of see, you get the idea of what's going on, how involved you can get in jobs in LinkedIn. It's almost like shooting fish in a barrel. So I went back and I am back on the jobs page. We've talked about looking first off at the jobs that LinkedIn is showing you. And if the jobs that LinkedIn is showing you are not what you believe you're looking for or what you're qualified for, then what you need to do is go in and make changes to your profile. Because all LinkedIn is doing is grabbing keywords out of your profile and matching them with some of the job descriptions. All of this happens in the background. So that's what you're going to want to do. Take a look at that so you know whether your profile is attracting the right kinds of people, because the jobs that you're interested in are jobs LinkedIn is finding those jobs for you the same way that recruiters are going to be looking at you for jobs. So you want to make sure your profile is set up correctly. And if you have not already seen it, you probably want to see my social media. Um, you want to see my marketing yourself through social media, my first part to marketing yourself through social media. So we've talked about the job function. We've talked about how to find a job using keywords, using the job title, the type of job you're looking for. We've showed you how to go in and look. We looked at cities, but you can look at city, state, or country. And you can also, and then you search. Then after that, what we talked about was, let's put something in the search. We'll do project management again, project manager. Let's do a senior project manager. And let's do, let's do, with this one, let's do, um, Georgia. PEOR. There, Georgia. Bam. We're going to do Georgia. And if you noticed on the right-hand side, the create search alert came up. It was not there until I put search criteria in the search area. So now I can create my search, because here you had 117 results for senior project managers in Georgia. That is incredible. There's Atlanta. There's another Atlanta. Greater Atlanta. Senior project manager exact source. That was Atlanta. So then what you can do is you can create your job search, and we're going to go daily, and I want email, and I'm going to save that. But I'm going to show you one other thing, and then we're going to get back to the slideshow. But down on the right hand side where you do, these are all of my saved job searches. Says save job searches. I can click on them and I can look through them. You can only have 10 job searches, but go and look through them. Look, project manager in LA, there's 88 new jobs. Colorado, 17 new jobs. Tampa, 304. Social media. And then all you have to do is click on them, and it'll take you right to all of those jobs. So that's how you manage your search alerts. Now, go underneath a little bit further down. Now you can start filtering jobs by location. I said Georgia. It says, well, what about Atlanta? What about Alpharetta? What about Augusta, Lawrenceville, Savannah? So if I want to, like Savannah, there's 3 project manager positions in job, and I wanted to go to Savannah, so let's click on that. Now what we did is, that's all we have are those 3 senior project manager positions. And they're specific to Savannah. If I want to look in Augusta, I'll click in Augusta. And now we have 7 jobs. And there's one of them that in Savannah, where two people that we went to the same college, that's where they are. So keep an eye on that also. Not only that, is I can go down to a particular company if I want. Let's say, let's undo Savannah, let's undo Augusta, let's go down to the companies that popped up. And Dahl Consulting, AE, ACOM, Matrix, Digital. So if I want to look, let's say I want to look at Matrix Resources, I click on that and I am only going to get the positions that Matrix Resources is offering. There's one in Atlanta, there's one in Alpharetta, there's two in Atlanta and one in Alpharetta. I can keep going. I can go on down. I can go by date posted if I want to. I can go by job function if I want to. IT or just project management. I can go by a particular industry, experience level. All of those different things I can put in there. If what you have is not there, add another location. Um, let's type in Savannah. So boom, now we've added Savannah. You can add other companies if you want, or other locations if you want. Matrix Resources does not have any offices in Savannah, but I bet if I take that off of there, we see all of the Savannah positions that are open again. So what you can do is you can filter all of this and then create your job search. And we'll save that. Let's look at manage and senior project manager in Georgia, and we wanted Savannah. So it saved that job search, that job filter, it saved that. So what you can do is you can get laser focused. You can just be really accurate on your job search. So that is your job search. That is how to set it up. When we came in here, I showed you how to set up your, I showed you what it looked like when you first went to jobs, because those are the jobs that LinkedIn is trying to connect you with. Then we talked about how to save and apply for a job. We talked about what other people had viewed with each position, the different jobs that they viewed. So they've kind of taken some of the work out of it for you if you use that to your advantage. And then we went up in the top and we started searching for jobs in the location that we wanted to go to. We even saw some jobs in Dubai. So it can be anywhere in the world that you want to go, that LinkedIn has a job position open, it will show it to you. So now we've got senior project manager. I'm going to show you something else before we go on. If I click on companies, what LinkedIn will show me is every company that has a senior manager position open. And that comes up to 852 results. So if you want to look at something by a company, this would be the way to do it. If you're applying for a position at a company, go out to it and follow that company. Then you're going to start finding out what people are saying about it. You're going to find out what the company is posting. If you want to look at senior project manager groups, click on groups. And these are all the groups that have to do with senior project managers and or project managers. So what you may want to do is find a few of them that you believe appeal to you and become part of those groups. The reason is because you want to find out what they're saying in these groups, and in the groups that have to do with the job that you want to go into or the career that you want to go into, these are the most likely people to tell you what jobs are available. And you can also see how many members there are. This one has 91,000 members. This one has 88,000. So there's a lot of people out there. If you want to find out about project management schools, click on it. There are none right now. Okay, so we go back, the top senior project manager um, postings. These are the top job results, and then these are the top people results for senior project manager. So it tells you, it looks like the number one result is Anita Horsley as far as top people. And if I want to click on just people who are senior project managers, this, or they have senior in their title, I click on people and all the people pop up. So this is another way of finding other people, connecting with other people with where you want to be. Okay, so I'm going to leave you with that. I'm going to leave you with the job locations. Real quick, over on the right hand side, you can also filter people that are in these positions by location, their companies, past companies, industries, schools, whether they're a first, second, or third connection. You can just use all kinds of filters to go through all of the people that are senior project managers. And what I did was I clicked on my first level connections. Those are all the people that I am directly connected with. These are all the senior project managers that I know. You may be surprised at the number of people that you're connected with once you start connecting. So this is how to find a job with LinkedIn. And I think it's an excellent way of doing that. And I wanted to show you how easy it was to also do that. So let's keep going. I want to talk about a profile real quick because I've hit on it. You want to build a profile that attracts. You want a profile that attracts people because that's what you want to do. These are the 5 LinkedIn profile best practices. And what I have down at the bottom, if you go to mikebitter.com/LI for LinkedIn profile, you can have these LinkedIn profile best practices. These are the things you want to look for. Make sure your grammar and spelling is correct. It's the worst thing if you have a recruiter looking at you for a position and you have typos, or you don't know where periods go, or you miss a period. Have someone read your profile and ask them what it tells them about you. Say, what did you read? Well, I am a senior IT project manager. Well, your profile may have sound more like you're a heating, ventilation, and air conditioning person. And if they tell you that, you need to fix your profile. You need to make some changes. It should look almost exactly like your resume. Your profile should compel your audience to take action. You want them to pick up the phone, ask how soon they can come in and do an interview. That's what you want them to ask you. This number 3 is really important. Use 3 to 5 keywords in your summary and in your experience that your audience would use to find you. Remember how when I hit jobs, all those jobs popped up that were for a social media person. That's what I do. That's what my profile reeks of, is social media. It has been, what I put in my profile is very calculated. I know the types of people that it attracts, and I have fine-tuned it over the years to where LinkedIn will find me a job if I want it to find me a job. LinkedIn, when you get in those keywords, LinkedIn will connect you with people who are looking for you also. There are recruiters looking for you. There are companies looking for you. You want to make it easy for them. And then what you want to do is have a profile picture that's a reflection of what you want to portray to your audience. If you're going for a senior level position, you may want to either either business casual or a jacket without a tie, or maybe even do a jacket with a tie. You want to look the part. You don't necessarily want to wear polos, and chances are you're just going to do a head and shoulders or, the top part of your body shot. But I was going to say don't wear jeans, but you want to look the part. If you're going to go for a C level, definitely a suit and tie. So make sure all your dates, locations, and work experiences are correct, because what LinkedIn will do is LinkedIn will start connecting you with other people with whom LinkedIn believes that you have a relationship, either through school, work, the jobs that you've been at, maybe some interests that you have. LinkedIn will start connecting you while you're asleep. LinkedIn connects you with people with whom you have shared common life experiences based on your profile. That's why I'm harping on your profile so much. So, your next steps: if you don't have a LinkedIn account, I'm assuming you do. If not, get a LinkedIn account, go through your profile, set it up based on those 5 steps. Go and look for your dream job. Go look for it. You can look for it on LinkedIn to get started with. Sometimes I tell people about looking on Facebook, looking on Twitter. Let people know you are looking for a job. They may be sitting next to the recruiter at your dream job, but if you don't let your friends know that that's what you're doing, that's the job you're looking for, that's what your resume is set up for, they're not going to know to connect you. And then go back and apply for what you really want. Go back and look at those jobs. Maybe do an internet search on the business and see if that's the business you really want to work with. And then, of course, you want to automate your job search. You want LinkedIn to send you those jobs every day, new jobs that open up. So that's a wrap. That is everything. Thanks for hanging with me. Boy, go out and do great things. That's what I want you to do. I want you to go out and find that job that you're looking for. I want you in your dream job. If I can help you, get in touch with me. Mike, this is Mike at Affordable Social Media, but actually it's Mike at asmomaha.com, and Facebook, Mike R. Bitter, Twitter, Mike Bitter, and of course, I'm on LinkedIn. Drop me a note. Let me know. If you have any questions, shoot them over to me. It was great having everybody here tonight, and good luck with your job search. Take care. Bye.